to the final game of day 2. This is a championship match. It is the UAE, United Arab Emirates, against the home side, home nation, Northern Ireland. So, positions and starting 7 for the UAE, as you see on the screen. Goal shooter down, Johnson, Ely, Fuller, Petricola, Craig, Gowdy, Marrell, and the coach, Deborah Jones. Our umpires, Joe Paddock, Nadine Pardo-Zammit, reserve, Danielle Coxey. Northern Ireland, the lineup, Ebbinghaus, goal shooter, Wilson, Maynard, Elliott, Rice, and McCafferty. And coach, Jenny Clayton. The wing attack for Northern Ireland, that's not on the screen there, was Erin Watson. Our game changers on the bench for UAE: Chloe Andrews, Holly Guerin, Maria Nicolaidu, Mila Morgan, Tessa Smees. And substitutes for Northern Ireland: Molly Old, Rebecca Calderwood, Ruby Gadgery, Amy Traynor, Aoife Wolfe. So I'm Anita Navin in commentary. Joining me is Catherine Lewis, the chair of Europe Netball. And Catherine, you must be really pleased with the events so far, the 2 competitions, and we've got a lot to look forward to in this final game.
We have indeed. I think the UAE have got a lot to prove. You know, after the match this morning, the warm-up match they had against England, so they've recovered well and they'll be keen to come out quite strong. But it is a great tournament. The fact that we've been able to put the 2 competitions together at this age group is exceptional. And the host country, Northern Ireland, has just been brilliant with its staff and volunteers. It's just been great.
For those of you not familiar with the format of this competition, so there are the Challenge Nations, and UAE were the winners of the Challenge competition at under 17 last year, so get promoted to play in the championship. So they will compete, as they are doing now, against Northern Ireland, England, Wales, Scotland, and they'll be looking to probably try and steal a victory along the way to retain their championship position. So a big game for UAE, Catherine.
Absolutely, they'll be really keen to stay in the championship section. It's helping along their own pathway if they can stay in this. So they'll be pushing all the stops out now to make sure that they can get a win. They need a win out of this, obviously.
So they had a tough game against a very slick England squad this morning, recovered well, back out today, so it is their second game, the UAE.
Oh yeah, I mean, you think about it, it was a tough match today. England were exceptional in the sort of court play and the execution then at the end. The really good stats, I would have said, the shooting. But the UAE stuck at it, you know, and they got some good points off them. So I think that, you know, they're keen now to make sure that this match is important, but Northern Ireland have come up quite strong.
Yeah, good start by Northern Ireland, some solid shooting and movement from Ebbinghaus at goal shooter, but that's perfect take there from the goal defence, and that's Gowdy.
She's played well. She played well in the previous match as well, so I think that I like her in that position, so I think she's a solid performer. And you can see now UAE are taking that quite nicely down the court, but they're just at the very end they were tipped, but they're going to have a penalty out of the looks of it. But it's back. Yeah, it was. Yeah, you looked down and it came straight back down. So it didn't capitalise and get the goal they needed then.
So patient build-up from Northern Ireland and a great feed into the circle by Maynard, Zoe Maynard at centre for Northern Ireland.
Obviously UAE have played today already, but Anita, what would they have done to try and recover in readiness for this now as a coach? What would you put them through?
So it's that good old ice bath, isn't it? Everything a player, or the senior players, open players will dread, but I guess they just need to get some rest, make sure they do their own recovery, and the good old ice baths. I'm sure I've not seen them yet at the venue.
I'm sure they have got them here. We'll try where possible to make sure they got recovery times running effectively. I know if I could put in the golden days when I would play, it would take me at least 2 weeks to recover, not 2 hours. That's for sure. But they've done amazingly well.
So chance for the UAE just to work this ball through to goal.
No time called there, but just keep it solid, and that's it. That's what they need.
A good shooter-to-shooter link there. So Gemma Ely putting the ball away. So UAE just trying to close the deficit now on Northern Ireland. Playing with a lot of patience, the home nation. It's a big crowd in the house tonight as well, Catherine.
Absolutely. They came in earlier for the development match, but they've stayed and they are really behind the home team, which is great. You know, this is a sport that's growing and it's significantly grown in this country as well. So all credit to the fact they're all getting behind their players.
Just not able to convert, and Northern Ireland quick on the transition through the court. Using that long ball, looking long, extending their vision, all of the mid-court players for Northern Ireland.
All involved there then, isn't it? Oh, that's well held.
And secures the goal again. That's Eva Wilson, the goal attack. Not without opportunity, UAE. It's just securing that goal at the other end.
Yeah. Certainly are working their way through, but again, I think Northern Ireland have been really slick in keeping sort of defending the man-to-man marker that they need.
Claire Jansen putting one through the net for UAE on the Northern Ireland centre, so a chance just to get another goal and come out with a penalty.
And looking at it, the UAE have put that match this morning behind them. They've dealt with it and got on with it. Just almost got it out of the way, really, didn't it?
Yeah, lots of positivity in the warm-up. Debbie Jones just working with individual players. Probably all got their own targets to achieve and work on as much as they seek the result and the win.
Just offside there then, was she? Must have been. So looking at the style of play, I mean, we watched earlier on in some of the other matches where they were getting pushed to the margins. Is that just strong defending or just not driving through?
Yeah, we talked about just coming through court, and often the attackers are in the space where they maybe want to receive the ball. The central channel, the middle of the court is a good place to be, just to open up your vision, see the options either side, and defence really have worked hard. And for the attack, it's just about creating that width through the mid-court, so someone just needs to fill that space and just start to pull the defence apart.
Right. Is that where you have to drive away and then somebody will come down? Or?
So it's work off the ball, that prelim movement off the ball, just to try and free themselves from the defence. And we see there just Northern Ireland just using the width on the court just to help them, and then the options start to open up.
Sounds so easy when you explain it.
It does.
I wish I'd learned it. They're very patient, both teams, and they're taking it to circle edge before. Nobody's trying to bring it in, are they? So.
No, and I think their UAE were patient. They just delivered the ball to the top of the circle. Shooter on the front position just makes that ball go in a lot easier. Uncontested as well with the defender behind. So good work, UAE. There we go, Northern Ireland quickly respond.
Very evenly matched at the moment, you'd say.
Yeah, I think everybody thought this might be a close game, but recognising UAE, they'd already played one game, which is a little bit tougher for them, isn't it, just to come out and be ready again for a second game.
And in the tournament, every team does have to play 2 matches a day. It's shared evenly, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just the way that the tournament is run on the logistics that we've got.
And I guess for the coaches, Jenny Clayton, Northern Ireland, Debbie Jones, UAE, it's thinking about the different combinations, making use of those 12 players that are on the bench and being able to inject different players at different times And if that's possible, then players will get a little bit of rest time through the 60-minute games.
Do we have a change already then, do we? It appears so. Looks like UAE have made a change. Absolutely certain it may even be Northern Ireland. We'll find out shortly. It was just slightly off camera, so I'm sure a change was made, wasn't it? But I'm not quite entirely certain where. They are defending strongly in there, and they're making them work for it.
Yeah, some good work by the UAE circle defence, Morale and Gowdy. She's a good solid force in there, Joy Ebbinghaus for Northern Ireland.
Yeah.
Presents well to the ball, good strong body position up against the defender.
You can see Deb then offering encouragement from the side.
Oh, great pick-up,
yeah.
Good work. Northern Ireland, McCafferty and Rice.
But a penalty on the edge, is it? Yeah.
So Gemma Ely secures a goal for the UAE, so just a 2-goal margin. If they can put the pressure on this centre pass, just try and regain possession. Oh, good pressure. Contact call.
It's very tight though, isn't it? I mean, I really think that when they go into the sort of the break, it almost feels like it could be 0-0 again then, when they come back out. Do you think they'll make changes, or...?
It's interesting, Deb Jones, not seen her make wholesale changes. I think she wanted to play everybody in that England game, but you can almost sense she's got a starting 7.
Yeah.
So whether these players will just ride out into the second quarter, try and get into their rhythm, just find their own momentum, their own timing, play their own game. So coaches think in different ways. We've been talking about preferences to just let players ride through, just get through some of those sticky patches that they face and not necessarily make those quick substitutions.
It's very difficult. When's the right time, isn't it, if you can't see a change in tide coming? Like you said, sometimes you just have to work through it, isn't it?
So just the timing, the UAE, they make the right move. Just addressing that timing will just ensure that they can lose the defender and be available. And good work, they managed that through to goal.
So kept the centre then, which was good. So we're currently on 9 UAE and 11 Northern Ireland.
Oh, good pick up there from the wing defence from UAE. Yasmin Craig.
She's working well off on the ball. She's getting herself involved, isn't she?
Much better timing through the court and just presented on the front of the defender. So just a lower risk pass put in through to goal, which is a lot better for them. And good goal scored by Jansen.
This is a good run for them at the moment, isn't it?
An excellent ball over there to that back space. So another one on the board for the UAE, and we've got a tied game.
Yeah, the crowd are very much waking up, aren't they? For sure. So Maynard's doing a lot of work in there, isn't she, back and forth?
Ebbinghaus forced out of the circle, just looking to reset herself.
She doesn't want to take the shot from out there then. That's nice play.
Both shooters for Northern Ireland, they've got their favourite kind of golden spot around there, that mid-range, just trying to get the ball close in to secure the goal. Good pressure by the UAE defence, and again, a great pick-up by Yasmin Craig. That's what you like to see in a wing defence.
Yeah.
Do you know wing defenders in Wales that are just, in our time, used to just chase and want to pick up ball?
Yeah, quite a few of them, weren't there? For sure. Very much underrated position of wing defence, isn't there?
The forgotten position, it's often called.
Yeah. Bit like my netball career. Right, I was a wing defence. Bromley Valley's finest. So, yeah.
Again, good pressure, good tracking.
UAE going to want to get this back up now, and if they can convert it.
So they're in the lead for the first time in the quarter, so credit to them. They've just stuck at their plan, continue to work their way around the pressure of the home side.
Oh, good rebound.
Gemma Ely to the rescue under the post. So UAE get a 2-goal lead. Final seconds of the first quarter, still time for Northern Ireland.
This penalty call there.
So that looks like it's the final goal of the first quarter. And the centre pass not taken. So UAE hold the lead. They fought well to come back in this game, so they've got a 1-goal lead against the home side, Northern Ireland. So some interesting conversations, I'm sure, from both coaches, Debbie Jones and Jenny Clayton, in this short interval. So grab a drink, join us back in a few minutes' time. So welcome back to quarter two. We've got a very tight contest between the home nation Northern Ireland with 12 goals. UAE edging the lead in the final minutes of the first quarter with 13. Just a 1-goal game at the moment, and it is the UAE that will kick off this second quarter. And Catherine, we spoke about the pressure that Northern Ireland put on the UAE to start with, but they did work through it, didn't they? And just played a lot better towards the end of that quarter.
Yeah, they stuck to whatever game plan Deb was given them, and they were solid, they were calm, and they just, like you said, they were punching through, no silly passes, and just retaining. And look at that now, there's a circle defence. They're warming up. That's what I feel like with them. They really got good sort of vision that's coming through.
So we wondered whether we would see any positional changes, any substitutions, but neither coach making any. And as we said, sometimes sticking with your 7, just letting them work through, just think about their own game plan and just correct any of those gaps and errors. And I think both teams, credit to them, they're working through the pressure that's been put on them.
Yeah. And they responded positively. There was a turnover ball then, and again, this feels like it's just a 0-0 situation. So let's just wait and see how tight it can be. But I think that UAE are not going to back down, are they?
So Wilson to take the throw in for Northern Ireland. And 2 options there, which was good. The pop through the top by Eva Wilson, and it was Ebbinghaus that received and put the ball away. So good work by Northern Ireland. UAE out to respond on their centre pass.
Penalty called. You should take your time now. Haven't seen her miss yet, but should we? So fingers crossed she'll get it back now. Look twice as hard.
Good pressure by Evie McCafferty at goalkeeper for Northern Ireland. Patient with the ball, Northern Ireland just making sure they choose the right option, just playing a much shorter game through the mid-court.
You can see that they're clearing out and making space for others.
And you do feel like they're charged and been tasked with getting the ball to the circle edge, but just putting a little bit too much on it.
Yeah.
Lucky they're coming out with the throw-in.
They're just edging forward now, aren't they? Which is what they did in the first quarter. Let's see what UAE can come back with now.
A little bit of movement on the UAE bench, so potentially we might see a change. Just think that might be a defensive change, just in terms of the ball that's actually shooting over the top to
add some more height in there, do you think?
Yeah, probably try and close off that ball that's going into the shooters. So we'll bring you the changes as soon as we receive them.
So we've got a new goal defence that's come on. But you are right, add in height. You make a really good coach, anything.
It's seeing the movement on the bench, Catherine.
That's already beginning to reap a bit of dividends for them.
It's always good when you see the coach just go up to a player who comes off, just maybe giving them something to focus on, a little bit of reinforcement, just taking care of that individual who's come to the bench.
Yeah.
That interaction is really positive.
Just is to reassure, isn't it? As you said, to give them aspects to work on should they come back on for this match or others, not to feel despondent because they played really well. It's just, like you said, different combinations for different reasons, isn't it?
So that's Caitlin Gowdy that is actually on the bench, the goal defence being replaced by Maria Michailidou. And She's inserted herself into the game already, and that additional height may just help the UAE.
Pulled it back, which is exactly sort of similar times that happened in the first quarter. So let's hope so we'll stay neck and neck and be a very competitive and exciting match to finish off the day.
Whole ball, so chance for them to take the lead again. As we've said, this game just ebbs and flows for both sides, so which team will actually just maintain the momentum and just try and move out the scoreline. But we always said this would potentially be the close one, didn't we?
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, UAE will desperately need the win to stay in the championship section or give it themselves the best chance to do so. And so far, they're already illustrating that they're worthy of being in it, isn't it? Their gameplay.
Just forcing that long ball there. Just get a sense UAE just need to maybe use that lateral pass in the mid-court, just reset themselves as they enter, give their attacking unit a little bit more time up against such pressure from McCafferty and Rice in the circle. Elliott and Maynard equally are good in front of the circle defence for Northern Ireland in terms of the wing defence centre position.
The foot were called there now, so they've got another chance now to try and reset it back in, haven't they? A nice pass.
Good goal again. That's Eva Wilson. And a break in again. So just those unforced errors creeping in for Northern Ireland.
UAE are quick to capitalise on, they bring that ball down very quickly. And again, wing defence just getting in the mix.
And another goal scored by Gemma Ely. Ely doing quite a lot of work at the centre pass, a lot of movement before she takes the shot, so it is just about setting herself.
Taking a breath.
Yeah.
Been working well in that centre defensively to force those errors then.
Yeah. So just forcing that ball over. When they work through the mid-court, they get the front position, UAE, so it's just thinking about that last final pass before they get to circle edge and putting that ball into the shooters.
So would that involve in the wing attack repositioning themselves? They don't get caught down in that sort of pocket of the court.
Good rebound by Wilson. Important that UAE do track their player, do try and delay the Northern Ireland attack through to that circle edge and not chasing. So a little bit of work on their angle just to force the Northern Ireland players a little bit wider, keep them out of that central channel.
So it wasn't received then in the central court, was that? Yeah. You can see Deb talking to another player, so planning coming on this quarter, do you think, as opposed to waiting?
Yes, looks like potentially just getting them to see what's happening, then to know what to do when they come on court. So just that preparation, probably trying to actually look at how they navigate through that pressure. And it is the pressure that's put on them as they enter their own goal third. And this is the sticky area, as you can see, just pulled for a held ball.
Again, ball attack working hard. It was the wing, wasn't it? Yeah, she's working hard there.
So a late take-off there, unusual by Gemma Ely.
Yeah, sort of basics have been really strong in these both teams, haven't they? We haven't seen many errors like that. Again, couldn't get into that third, could they there?
Michaeladu, strong arms when she puts those arms over. Good defence on the shot, but a great shooting action again by Eva Wilson. So Northern Ireland in the lead by 2.
They pulled it back and some now, haven't they? So the errors that have been forced there, is that because the defence is so strong that they've been pushed into areas they don't want to go and then difficult passing?
And I think they're just at times both teams just guilty of trying to force that overhead ball, attacker caught behind the defender, limited space available. Yeah. The more they get in front, or the more they lead away, as you said, they take the player, take the defence out, use a change of direction, as opposed to just rely on that one lead, one move to get the ball. Good response by Northern Ireland, just get a sense that they've taken the pace off a little bit, they're mixing up what they're doing through the mid-court and just servicing Ebbinghaus and Wilson in the shooting circle really well.
Those kind of balls are cruel, aren't they, where they just go along the rim.
So Ely again able to take that ball, good extension, well-placed feed.
That's a nice take then, isn't it? It's the idea of sweeping across the court, the circles, to get the angles right, isn't it? So you hope that the shooters are waiting for the turn.
And it also just starts to pull those defence in the circle as well. So that's what Northern Ireland work hard to do in and around their attacking circle edge. Just try and pull the defence, try and create that shooter that is in front, and then look for the shooter-to-shooter pass, which between Wilson and Ebbinghaus, that's worked really well for them. Just setting the shot and then just popping that ball over.
They're just taking their time, aren't they?
Patient build-up by Northern Ireland, so short and then start to look long. So just mixing up their options. That's quite a difficult pass to stop, so Eva Wilson holds really well and good timing and good passing.
Do you think they're relaxing into it now, Northern Ireland?
Oh yeah, definitely look more composed and great shot by Wilson.
And like I said, that's a bit of a force there, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just forcing that long ball, but that's, again, great feed in. Some good work, good movement by Gemma Ely.
So just stop play for a while, just for a player to have attention. So we're just waiting to see what will happen next in relation to one of the players needing some assistance, but they've made a substitution.
And looks like Debbie Jones, the coach for UAE, is looking to potentially make some changes too. Good to see Maggie Jackson just doing that mop up there and just checking.
Highly skilled mopper-upper.
Checking the court.
And that's obviously very important. The equipment of which the court is such, it's got to be spot on, isn't it, for these athletes?
It's always good to get the goal after the break as well. Any stoppage, so credit to Northern Ireland, working hard. So this is an important opportunity for the UAE
Absolutely.
It's a 5-goal margin. And safely in there.
Yeah.
Gemma Ely just taking a little bit more ownership in that circle, taking more of the shots.
Oh, that was a hard pass to get, but she got behind it then. Definitely relaxing into the play, aren't they, Northern Ireland? Although there's only 4 goals in it, so it can go either way.
So for Northern Ireland, that was Annie Elliott, the wing defence, to the bench, and coming onto court, Aoife Wolf at the wing defence position.
UAE want to capitalise now in their centre and try and get a goal out of this. Just going to try and keep the ball.
For the UAE, change in the goal defence position. So Maria Michailidou, she returns to the bench, and Tessa Schmeiss comes on at goal defence. So there we go.
The last goal that just went in, so it's 22-26.
So just a 4-goal margin, and it's Northern Ireland at the end of the second quarter that take the lead. It's a 4-goal lead. Northern Ireland 26, UAE 22. So we'll take a break for the half-time interval. Grab yourselves a drink, and we'll see you back for that last 30 minutes of this, the final game of day 2. So welcome back to this tightly contested game. Just a couple of changes, or well, one change from the UAE to report. We see Chloe Andrews enter the court at centre, and Eliza Petricola goes off to the bench. And just in from our officials, no changes, Northern Ireland.
So that's quite a solid statement from Northern Ireland, isn't it? Just to keep faith with the change that was made and see where it takes them. So just turnover ball then for UAE already.
So a good opportunity to just claw back a few goals with the turnover. That's better movement by the wing attack to the top of the circle. That's Molly Fuller. Oh, unfortunate for UAE.
Good split.
So good shooting. Ebbinghaus in form, presents herself well, as we've talked about throughout this competition so far. An easy target for those mid-quarters.
Northern Ireland have got a turnover ball now, haven't they?
So just starting to creep ahead again, Northern Ireland.
Yeah.
Scoring off the UAE centre pass. Oh, good hand there from the goalkeeper, Christiana Moral.
And they're effective when they move down through the centre of the court there, don't they?
So good pick up there by Jansen. Do like the work of Gemma Ely outside the circle and in, so she makes the right move, presents herself on the front position. So opportunity again for the UAE to get another goal. It's a 5-goal margin. Those strong arms over by Northern Ireland, just presenting an issue for the attack to work through.
Northern Ireland to get that back and lose the turnover against them to keep their centre.
Oh, great hands there. Unfortunate, just a contact call. Good work from the goalkeeper. That's Christiana Moral.
What do they say? If you get your hand to it, you can catch it. But sometimes you generally can't, can you? Unless you miss tickle.
You're a mean coach, Catherine Lewis.
I know. I've been coached by the best.
So staying in this game was a 7-goal margin, but UAE, they'll keep fighting through. So chance again. Oh dear.
And Watson, is it the wing attack from Northern Ireland? Yeah.
So defence getting enough ball at the back for the UAE. This is the point that they just need to be conscious of. Those strong arms. Strong arms over the ball. That was a good reset, much better reset. And there we go again. That ability just to move around the shooter. That's the work of Evie McCafferty.
She's had a good tournament so far, hasn't she?
Strong in that keeper position. Fast feet for any defender out there developing in terms of the game. Just take a look at McCafferty and her ability just to keep on the balls of her feet and look to really keep moving around, not allowing the goal shooter from UAE, Jansen, to set up. So just trying to confuse the space that Jansen wants to hold.
So the constant moving is really just putting the shooter off. Yeah.
Good front position again by Gemma Ely. Just a check of the centre pass. So UAE chance just to close the gap again. So from 7 goals to 5. So this one could be a good time for them to just
Bring it tighter.
nail the goal.
It's a slight obstruction there, wasn't it? So have UAE up the defence, or because it seems to be harder now to get the centre pass out for Northern Ireland at the moment.
Yeah, Northern Ireland just seems strong, but look at the defence. We've talked all day. The defence are picking up ball for UAE. They worked hard in the England game, but they've got the potential to pick up the ball.
Yeah.
Northern Ireland, strong arms over in defence, so it is just about a little bit more movement for the UAE off the ball. This is the critical point as they bring the ball through into their attacking third.
We've got a new shooter on for UAE. I think we should just have the changeover, so we should have the details through.
So Ollie Guerin comes on at goal shooter and Claire Jansen goes to the bench.
She's scored again, so she's improving with the lift. She's got extra added height as well.
So no wholesale changes for either team, so there is a kind of consistency, and I guess for both coaches they know they're starting 7, just a couple of changes from UAE just to try and make the difference, just to mix up maybe style in that shooting circle.
Northern Ireland has been relieved to get that goal then, isn't it? She's 28-31. See if they can capitalise and take it to 28-32, but no, we didn't get it then.
So lots of gains, working hard at the back, the defence for the UAE. And this is where we just need that movement off the ball.
But then UAE bringing it down through the channel then, isn't it, the central channel? And that's the safer channel to be in?
Gives more options. A lot of kind of teams will work to centralise that ball, just create the different options.
Yeah.
And I think just try and split the defence as well. And that was a better through court play by the UAE. Better time movements as well.
Yeah.
And that's Holly Guerin entered the court well. It's always hard as a shooter, as you may know, Catherine, to come onto court at this time.
It is indeed. It's always a hard thing to do, I'm telling you now. Never known for my shooting skills at all, though. Northern Ireland is sticking at it, aren't they? They're under extreme pressure, but they are being resilient and just keeping calm.
So footwork call, that's disappointing. But quickly on the defence, UAE, which is good.
And she's there again.
Picking off an awful lot of ball. Christiana Morale at goalkeeper.
To come into this match, do you think it would be as tight as it has been? It's difficult to say, really, looking at the play that we've seen so far.
Yeah, you get a sense UAE are just grinding away, aren't they? So they're not necessarily extending the deficit or the scoreline. Northern Ireland being held tight, and these changes have made an impact for the UAE. So coming back, it's again back to that 2-goal margin that we were playing with in that first quarter.
This third quarter, it does feel like a long one for both teams.
Yes, just over 5 minutes to go. Oh, great rebound.
Again, the wing defence there waiting. She's in good positioning, isn't she?
Excellent positioning for that rebound. And that's Tessa Schmeiz. So this is the tricky bit. selling the dummy, which was done there by Gerin, and a good shot. So pleased with their performance so far.
They must be. Look at that, they've brought it almost neck and neck.
I think the height difference equally just helping the feeders.
She's been pinged there for palming off the back.
Just caught for contact, so she propped up again, winning back the ball to the delight of the bench for the UAE.
Most definitely. It's a good score, isn't it? 32 all now.
Great close game to finish day 2 of the competition, tied at 32 goals each. Just under 5 minutes left in this third quarter.
Keeper's there for it.
Can't fault the defence from the UAE in terms of positioning. They position really strong. They attack the goal for those rebounds. So let's see whether they can just work a little bit harder off the ball as they come into their attacking third.
Just broken down at their last thing.
Oh, well played.
This ball's coming into play, isn't it?
And Gemma Ely as the goal attack for the UAE. She presents herself on the front of the defender, but feeder then just trying to put the ball into space, and that obviously caught the defence. Good response, good recovery from the UAE.
Patient waiting. Excellent defending.
It's always that last ball where the pressure's on, but look at the work on defence. Tesha Smize entered the game really well, made an impact, both substitutions making an impact for the UAE. So Gerin and Smize.
Which is what you want from it, and they call them now Super League impact players, isn't it? And that's precisely what they are. Important then for UAE to get that ball off their centre, isn't it? After they've worked so hard to get back. Northern Ireland are going to be working strongly now.
That's interesting. So Northern Ireland, they got a 7-goal lead at a point in this quarter, and we now see UAE 2 goals up. So that's credit just to the hard work, that determination. But as we see, Wilson just sink that goal for the Northern Ireland team.
Defensively there.
So coming out with the ball. Oh, great offload there. Ebbinghaus again. Just tried with the hand just to creep in, but body contact. Oh, good hands again from the goalkeeper, Morale. So this is the chance. UAE just set in with arms over. Again, great work from Wilson. Ebbinghaus just mopping up on that missed shot. Yes, they'll be trying, and limited options for UAE, so gives Northern Ireland that chance in the final minute. So they'll be keen to just try and tie up this game. Crowd just getting behind the home side, the home nation.
Told to reset and go back slightly. Throw in there,
Ebbinghaus quick to realise, taking that safe option with Wilson. What a superb shot by Eva Wilson. So we see Northern Ireland go into the lead by 2 goals. Chance to make it a 3-goal difference. Oh, great play, Joy Ebbinghaus, the captain, a goal shooter. And there we see that's the end of the 3rd quarter. So this game just ebbs and flows, but credit to Northern Ireland. They did have a 7-goal lead. Now back into a 3-goal lead. So join us soon. We'll be taking a break for a few minutes for the final period, the 4th quarter. We'll be back in a few minutes' time. So welcome back. This is a tight game. It's a 3-goal ball game at the moment with Northern Ireland in the lead.
Oh, it's going to be an amazing quarter, I think, now. UAE are desperately going to want to push this as hard as they possibly can.
We witnessed some impact changes from Debbie Jones, the UAE coach, in that 3rd quarter. No changes for the UAE, just the one change for Northern Ireland, and we see Wolf go to the bench and Elliott come on to wing defence.
So look at some of the ages of these players. We've got the World Youth Cup coming to Europe in Gibraltar in 2025. We anticipate that we're going to see some of the players in this tournament shining through in that World Youth, isn't it?
Absolutely. So this is the age group that is really tracking for that competition, and be good to see Gibraltar in the Youth Cup hosting and playing.
Exactly. By virtue of being a host, they're in. England will be there because of the ranking of the senior squad, and then 3 countries from Europe will be able to qualify for it. So it's going to be an exciting tournament, and it'll be 8 years by then since we've had a World Youth, obviously because with COVID we missed the one in Fiji. It didn't go ahead.
So an excellent opportunity, and this is all the development that these players will need as they come up against those nations around the world that will be at the World Youth Cup. So the last World Cup, Youth Cup, was Botswana in 2017.
Yeah, it's a long time for this age group to the age group to wait, isn't it? There's been some players who have missed out the opportunities, but efforts have been tried to make sure they have some tournaments, to make sure they have that feel of being participating in elite sport during the COVID years.
Guerin with the height there, just able to take her own rebound.
Northern Ireland are going to be working hard now, aren't they, to be keeping control. Would you have said like steady play, take your time, making sure of your passes, keep the ball, is it?
Yes, you tend to think that they play the game short and just try and work to those high percentage shooting opportunities. I'm sure the coach, Jenny Clayton, will be saying it's important we score off our centre pass and put as much pressure on as possible. And that was good work from Northern Ireland, regaining possession in the mid-court, and Ebbinghaus just to try and secure this goal for Northern Ireland. And she does, she's a stalwart in there.
Yeah, she is, isn't she? She's really steady pair of hands. But we've seen the third quarter, we saw UAE come back from 7, so this is just early doors still, isn't it?
Still wouldn't like to call which way this game's going to go. I sense that momentum is just with Northern Ireland, but then you see excellent pressure. Yeah. So UAE not giving up the fight. So they've got 4-goal deficit. So important they just keep trying to put that pressure on. There we get the held ball, which is exactly what they need to do. Footwork call, just giving Northern Ireland possession. Oh, great hand. Morale again, so this is important for the UAE, just need to work that ball through. Just find the gaps in the defensive pressure being put on by Northern Ireland. And good decision to reset and go again by Chloe Andrews. Good patient play.
So it's a good chance now as their centre. They need to get this, don't they?
I've got a feeling if they score this one, the crowd will just start to get louder behind the home nation.
Been a very evenly matched match. It just feels like there's a lot of like loose balls going in now. Is that tiredness, or is that just sort of just anticipation? It's the last quarter, so it just feels a little frantic.
I would say some of the fatigue from UAE is they may not have been on court for every quarter through their 2 games, but it's just the the constant, isn't it? They've had a short recovery time. Any team, it's great experience to be able to go through that. That might be the case. Just some unforced errors. Credit to Northern Ireland. They're just battling through and just taking time to bring the ball through. But there you go. Anything lofted, and these circle defence from the UAE will take it. Yeah, Schmeiss and Morale, really good pairing.
Seem to be struggling in that last third, isn't it, just to get it in there. That's a good turn.
Great shooting.
Yeah. And that was twice in the other attack third, wasn't it? It came back down. So UAE have had their chances there, haven't they?
That's much better. Just a one-on-one in the circle there, so able to put the ball over.
Work effectively because the ball attack drew out.
Yeah, and Guerin just holding a little bit more higher up in the circle. So turnover, so chance for UAE. This has to be the time that they start to claw back some of this 5-goal deficit.
Yeah.
Oh, lovely feed from the wing attack. Molly Fuller.
UAE centre.
So it's all about timing of the move, getting that front position, the ball side position against the Northern Ireland tight defence. And there you see, you've got the goalkeeper, McCafferty, in the front position and taking possession.
Actually, now is the time they need to try and claw back, isn't it? They ran out.
Good hands again, good tracking by Yasmin Craig. Well, that's the good ball swing just to open up, to be able to give the ball to Ebbinghaus.
Northern Ireland are keeping their heads here, aren't they? Every time I say that, I think of jinx it all over team.
Commentators curse.
Exactly.
Another good connection, good feed in. Been impressed with Guerin coming onto court for the UAE at goal shooter.
Just seems a bit harder to get in at the moment, doesn't it? So 2 goals in it now. Been here before, I feel, every quarter.
Not giving up the fight. No. Northern Ireland looked in full control, and then just a few excellent defensive tips. And there we see again Schmeiss really putting that pressure on. Be so impressed with this pairing from the UAE. Just keep working and grinding out, just looking for any loose ball, putting the pressure on the shooters from Northern Ireland.
Just need to be patient here now, don't they?
Yeah.
The Northern Ireland are not giving in. Defensive work.
Oh, there we go. That's the intercept.
Just going to ping it over. Oh, we haven't seen mismatch in this match at all, have we?
No, so chance again, and that's another footwork call. Seen a couple of those. That's a shame for Emirates. They worked so hard to regain possession there.
There's a tiredness creeping in.
Probably just not recognising which foot she'd landed on there, just that kind of shuffle step. So 3-goal difference, almost.
Northern Ireland are hanging in there on there. They're actually just grinding now without the way they're going. Keeper picked. No.
Good work by Ely, just offering on the front. Still just the 2 goals. Just over 4 minutes left in this game. No sign of any changes now from either bench, so
they're holding fast, aren't they?
I think these will be the players that see out the match.
You still don't think fresh, you just think
Northern Ireland just working hard and getting ball side, so UAE just really have to get themselves in those good positions.
Stop punching through.
Just a late take-off there from the centre, Chloe Andrews.
They're keeping going, aren't they?
Oh, timeout call, so change in personnel there. I think that's Petricola.
New centre, is it?
Returning to that centre position.
Pressure then from UAE. Forcing that held ball decision.
A bit more urgency from the UAE, just seeing the clock, but just got to take those safety, those low risk options, and it's Gemma Ely that often offers in front. It's just holding on to that ball a little bit longer. Oh, great take, Ebbinghaus, Joyce had super game at goal shooter. A footwork or replayed ball there, didn't quite see. So Northern Ireland again, so they've got that 5-goal lead back.
2.5 minutes to go. It's going to be hard to claw back now. I've seen it done, but it's going to be harder now, isn't it? If they sink this. Wow, okay. So timeout calls.
I think it is a bit of fatigue now, isn't it, as these players come to the end of their
it's just
game.
Like and time's been shut down at 2 minutes 12 of the match left. So they'll bring this player off.
So Chloe Andrews had just gone to the bench. It looks like she might return. Ebbinghaus, she'd got the rebound position there, so securing another goal for Northern Ireland.
Ready to call it yet?
I think we've got to say, feels like Northern Ireland will just take this one.
It's been hard, haven't they?
Closely contested game. It's been up and down, lots of gains from the UAE defence pairing, lots of work from both sides on defence. I'm sure both coaches will be looking at just securing that possession through court, particularly in that area we've just seen, the mid-court, and that next pass into the attacking thirds. So this is the final game of day 2, and looking ahead to tomorrow. First game on at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning is England versus Scotland in the championship event, followed by 10:45 it's Northern Ireland versus Wales. So Catherine, 2 really good games to look forward to again tomorrow.
Absolutely, and they're going to be real humdingers, I think. Scotland are going to be coming out all firing after the win against Wales today. They have great confidence and strength in that, so I think that they'll give England a good run for their money, and the Northern Ireland and Wales one that is going to be a strong match, an exciting one to watch. Very evenly matched teams, I think.
So with the challenge event as well and the championship tomorrow, 7 games for you to watch on the live stream as we come to the end of day 2, and it's been a great event so far. Excellent turnout in terms of the crowd here in Antrim as we see the home nation creep to victory against the UAE.
Get a consolation goal hopefully here, but again it's a solid win. Northern Ireland have worked hard to maintain that.
So there we go, to the delight of the home crowd. Northern Ireland 49, UAE 44. It's been a well contested game, lots of ups and downs in terms of the scoreline. Credit to the work of Ebbinghaus at goal shooter for Northern Ireland and McCafferty at goalkeeper. A good solid squad effort from both sides, but we see the home nation take the victory. So we'll be back with the first game tomorrow. That's England versus Scotland at 9 o'clock. As we said previously, 7 games to tune into tomorrow. Lots of netball. We'll see you back in the morning for that game 10 of the championship competition.